Get home safely today. My name is Mark. Our mission is your peace of mind. Welcome back to the show. Today's video is going to be on how to get up after taking a fall. If you haven't seen our previous videos on how to break a fall, in other words, how to minimize your injuries during a fall, please go to our playlist and review those. We're going to give you just a very short summary of those falls, but today it's going to be all about what do we do after the fall. So Keon is in the seated position here because we're going to do our back break fall. So he's falling backwards, which means he's going this way to the ground. And so now he's just going to do his break fall. Boom. So now he's hit the ground. All right. The whole question here is, well, what do we do now? So we've hit the ground. So what Keon wants to do now is he needs to take a little bit of an inventory. How do I feel? Did I hit the back of my head when I hit the ground? Did I hit my tailbone? Maybe I landed on the bottom of my spine. Maybe I hit an elbow. So that's the process that he's going through right now, which is the process you need to go through if you're the one that took the fall. Don't just jump right up like I did when I was younger. Take a fall, maybe there's some people around, so the first thing I do is leap up in the air and look around to see if anybody saw me fall, okay? Don't do that. You take your fall, all right, pause there, take an inventory, all right? In this situation here, he's actually by himself. So he's taken his inventory, he's decided if he feels good enough to get up, and he does. So this is an unassisted recovery here. So unassisted, he's going to get up. All right, go ahead, Keon. So he rolls over onto his side first. It's very slow, just checking himself again as he does. All right, at this point, he would roll over to his stomach. All right, and again, there'd be a little bit of a pause here, just to take an inventory. All right, and then when he feels ready, he's got his palms down. He's in a push-up position, but he's not going to do a push-up because we don't want him to come in and flex his back up like this. All right, all we want to do here is walk ourselves back onto our knees. So Ken's going to walk himself back onto his knees. If at any point it gets bad, then he's just going to go back down on the ground. So if he feels so bad that he can't get up on his own, that's when hopefully he's got his cell phone with him and he can be calling for help. So he does another quick inventory here, and now it's time to try and stand up. Now there's a lot of ways to accomplish this, and we're just going to let Keon do the one that he wants to do to get up, but he's going to do things one at a time. So if you'll notice here, if you would put your hand back where you had it, because very naturally he had 3 points of contact here. So he's got this foot, he's got this foot, and he's got this hand. So if when he got to here, he wasn't feeling good, he's still pretty safe to get back down on the ground without being hurt. Whereas if he was just up on his knees, he'd be taking another fall at this point. So he walks himself back. All right, look at this, hand on the knee. So this is an assist here. He's going to use the strength of his arm, pushing down on his knee as he tries to stand up. And what he wants to do is he wants to bring his head up at the same time so he's not fighting this position as he comes up. So he wants to start straightening up. Good job. Okay, now we're going to work on getting up after our side break fall. Now, the thing about our break falls is each break fall is done differently than the other. So the back break fall is done one way, the side another way, and the front is done another way. We're showing you that at the very beginning of this. The rolling over part is also different because when you roll over from your back, it's different from when you're rolling over from your side. And after a front break fall, you're basically already laying on your stomach. And so the getting up part is what is essentially the same, whether you're doing it unassisted or assisted. And then, of course, you could have somebody who comes in there to help you up as well. So this time, Keon's going to do a quick side break fall for us, and then we're going to show you how you would roll over to your stomach. Boom, hits the ground. Now he's taking that inventory. Did he hit his head? Did he hit his elbow, hurt that down there? Maybe he hit his hip. Is his hip hurting? So he's really checking that over, and right now, there's nobody around to help him. He's completely on his own. So if he was hurting right now, he could roll to his back and be comfortable on his back. And then, of course, the procedure would be very similar to the one that we had just a moment ago for getting up. So notice he's moving his arm out by his head here so that he can roll in this direction. So he rolls over to his belly, and then he's going to walk himself back. And then when he's comfortable, any step of the way, you can stop and check on yourself, and then get up. Yeah, good job. All right. Okay, last one. So this is going to be the front break fall. So Keon's about to fall forward. And so again, watch our videos to see how you would do this more completely. But this is it right here, seated position. Boom, forward fall. Notice he turned his head away. Doesn't matter which way he turns it. All right, and now at this point, he would actually just lay on the ground. And now what's it time for? Taking inventory. All right, check himself over. In this case, once again, he's by himself. So when he feels comfortable, then he's going to walk himself up. If he can't do it unassisted, which is what he's doing now, is unassisted, then he would use his environment, maybe the stool or the chair. And then, of course, if somebody else was around, then they could come in and help him. Nice job. So in this scenario, we're still in the back break fall. He fell backwards, and he's already done his inventory. Feels like he can get up, but he feels like maybe I need a little bit of help. Well, there's nobody around to help him, so he needs to use his environment. And what has he got nearby in his environment? He's got this stool to work with. Now, that's a pretty sturdy stool, but of course it could tip over with him, when he goes to work with it. So whatever you've got around you that you're going to use, just be careful as you're kind of climbing up something. We're going to help you with some body positions, try to keep balance so something like that does not happen. So, whenever you're ready. So he's going to start first with his roll over. He's checking again just to make sure he's not hurt. Then he's going to start to come up a little bit. And now he's got to kind of shuffle over towards the stool, taking his time, taking his time. He wants to get pretty close to this stool. You don't want to be too far away. He can bring it over if that's what he needs to do. He wants to be firm on it. Second hand, a little pause. Now he wants to get in closer. You want to get in really close if it's going to be something like a chair, okay? All right, at this point, maybe a little pause, maybe a repositioning of the hands for yourself. It's time to get your feet under you, and you're going to want to come up, but don't stand all the way up. Be supported on that object. Up he comes, a little pause, and now it feels good. You can go for a stand up. That's what I'm talking about. All right, Keon's down again, back break fall. He's taking his inventory. Only this time, he's not so sure if he can get up by himself. He's still kind of thinking about that. Meanwhile, somebody comes running in. Hey, man, are you all right?
Yeah, I need a little help.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. Let's take our time then.
Okay.
All right. What side do you want to get up? You got to get up towards me anyway, because I'm going to hold you. So it's okay to hold this arm?
Yeah.
All right. All right. You start doing whatever you want to do to get up, and I'm going to work with you here. Take your time. Sit up first. All right. Let's do that. Let me get behind you. So hold right there. So I've gotten behind him. I've got some support on him now. If this is as far as he can go, but he's comfortable here, then we can sit here while he catches his breath. And I'm not going to get exhausted as the helper, okay? All right. How you doing?
Good.
Okay.
How's it going?
You want to try to get up?
Yes.
All right, well, you take your time. Good?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
All right, man. Nice job, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you all next time.
Thanks for watching. Please like and share. And in the comments, leave your thoughts and suggestions for future videos. And as always, get home safely today.